feel like you need a little bit of energy, palms up. And just close our eyes. Take a big breath in. And a big sigh out. Big breath in. Big sigh out. One more big breath in through the nose. This time we'll start to soften and go internal, so we'll breathe out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, filling the tummy, the rib cage, the chest. Exhaling, releasing the chest, rib cage, the tummy. Inhaling, tummy, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, tummy. And we keep going like this, just trying to slow down the breath. Draw it in as smoothly as possible, taking our attention away from the tip of the nose, so we're not grasping the breath. Rather, we're thinking about drawing it from the inside out. See if we can take our attention to our lips, to our teeth, our jaw. Just kind of soften that area, so we're not clenching. Take our attention to our shoulders, see if they can be 5% chill. Our hands, our fingers, our toes. Stay here for a moment to make sure that we're not bending our extremities that we don't need to. Just getting here today. Are you ready? Start to open the eyes, come back in the room. Hello. If you've got any blocks underneath you, remove them. We'll start by turning our toes under and sitting on our heels, because I know you guys are really going to miss that, because it's one of our favourite things that we do. So we won't be here for very long at all. We're just going to take a few moments just to relax the lower back, so check if you're not arching. Make it nice and chill, stretching the feet. So we start from the extremities in. So we start from the hands and the feet, and we come into, we can press into the ground. That's our connection to the floor. The more you push on something, the more it pushes back at you. So if we have nice spacious connection in these places, we should be okay. We should feel a little bit more from our practice, feel a little bit more lifted. And I'm pretty sure that killed enough time, and you're probably feeling it a little bit, so we'll come forward now. Keep your feet back on the floor. Quite like that, that's quite a nice thing to do. And hands into the ground, knuckles into the ground. We're just doing our usual rolls around through the wrist rotation. And check in with hypermobile elbows, so you wriggle the softness. Fingertips towards you. And you don't have to move here. You can just stay quite chill, stay still, just seeing how you feel. Go little palms up when we're ready. Moving through the full rotation of your wrist, stopping when you think you need it. All the way up, give that a shake. Feel into the forearms, have a little wave either direction. And we'll find out when you twirl down and fix it up. So we might need to start here a little bit, do some spinal movements. You might want a child's pose first, and find our way there eventually. If you want to take some spinal movements, try go side to side first. So you separate the thoracic spine, getting a little bit longer. So when I do this, my hands come forward a little more. And then I'll inhale and exhale, just following your body wherever it needs to go. Eventually making your way into your down dog. Feeling the connection with the hands or the feet, drawing the shoulders back down the body so the neck can lengthen. Maybe taking some sighs here. Maybe finding stillness, maybe not, whatever works for you. Just tuning into the breath slowly. Already walking the hands, or the feet, sorry, between the hands, that makes more sense. It can be hip width distance, you can give yourself a hug. Just taking a fold that works for you. Inhaling, feeling the energy come up through the body. Exhaling, letting it release. And feel into the floor as we come all the way up. Bring your hands to the head and palms touch. rise up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to step or jump back to plank. Strong in our plank. Pull the shoulders back, bums in line, kneecaps on. Lower down in a way that works for you. Rise up in a way that works for you. Find your way into your downward facing dog. So from here, we'll step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, and the left kneecap can be lifted or you can put it down. I prefer to put it down for this. Now as you inhale, we'll slide the shoulders back. Exhale to round. Inhale to find a length in the body. Exhale to find that release in there. One more inhale for length. Exhale for round. Inhale for length. Exhale for round. And coming back through, we can stay here. If you have the space available, you can come onto the forearms. You don't have to. Just find something that works for you. Allow a little bit of extra length in the lower back, a little activity here, because we want the front of the hip flexor to start to release. Smooth breath. Great. When you're ready, we'll step on up. Lift it, nice and strong. And we'll step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Find Malasana, your squat. And we'll stay here. Smoothly breathing. You can be here, or if you prefer to, you can drop chin, maybe take some little sways, finding a little bit more for the hips, for the lower back. When you're ready, we'll take our knees a little bit higher than our triceps, heart forward, shoulders back. Mess with the idea of putting the hands on the floor. Mess with the idea of maybe putting one toe on the other, maybe getting as high as you can. The higher you get, the easier it is. Come back down. From here, you can step or jump yourself back to plank. Lower down in a way that works for you. Roll the shoulders and rise in a way that works for you. And find your downward facing dog. Same thing on the side. Left foot comes forward. So we can put the knee down or keep it lifted. Inhale, on body. Exhale to round. Inhale, on body. Exhale to round. Inhale, on body. Exhale to round. Find something that works for you. You can come onto your forearms. Find some length. If it feels good for the knee to fall out to the side, it can do, but it's not necessary. Particularly if you have hypermobility, this is an easy place to go. And it is comfortable in the beginning, but after a while, we want to think about putting the inside of the foot down so we can start to get a little more control in the hips. If having more control in your hips is something that's unbeknownst to you, maybe try finding a little more space here. Maybe pressing into the thigh. And when you're ready, lift on up. Step right to knee back. Final Malasana. Nice and strong in your breath here. Staying here. Finding a release. Or coming all the way up. Squeeze knees and triceps. Point your toes. Use your butt. Back into plank. How did you get there? Rise. Downward dog. However you get there. So we'll look between our hands and we'll step our right foot forward. Shimmy the right hip back. Left fingertips on the ground. We press into the feet and we roll. So we open up, drawing the shoulders back. So we're using the breath to fill the lungs. As you exhale, find a little more rotation if you can. Soften the left kneecap when you come up. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhaling back. From inhale through center. As you exhale, pick up something. Press and squeeze into the right foot, right bum cheek. Right hand either comes to knee or to foot. Find your twist. Tall as you can. When you're ready, come through center. Take that ankle to the thigh. Sit down. And remember, you have options here. You can stay here if you just want to focus. If you want something a little more calming, Trust yourself to fold forward. If you're feeling vigorous, there is an arm balance available by hooking the left toes around the right tricep. But these are options. You don't have to do anything other than this. Eventually coming up, finding your way into your tree pose, wherever that might be, whatever that looks like for you. Breathing into the fire in your belly, your inner Beyonce. Trying to do that without falling over. Let the arms rise up and hang. Exhale, step back to your lunge. Step back to plank, take a vinyasa if you want it. Or just find downward dog or child's pose. Same thing on the side. Left foot comes between the hands, fingertips to the right hand so you're not crushing into the wrists, and peel and open. So let this move from the shoulders and keep the hand where you can see it. Here's only going to pull in the front of the body. And we soften the right knee and use the left hand to come up. Flip the front palm, lean back, make space. Come through center. Just think about lifting up on the left leg. Catch anything on the right. Anything at all. Smooth breath. Ankle to knee. Sit down. Remember, you can stay here, go lower, or find your arm balance. These are all options, whatever you think you need to do. When you're ready, find your tree pose. Whatever that looks like for you. Breathing into the fire, lengthen the body, pulling up your yoga pants. Lifting on up, stepping on back, hands to front. Take a vinyasa, skip it. You can go to downward dog, you can go to child's pose, whatever feels good for you. We're going to take our elbows, forearms to the ground. Find your dolphin pose. Really retract the shoulders so you get that extra lift. Walk the feet up a little bit closer. So you have your option here. You can lift the leg, have a few breaths. You can lift the other leg, have a few breaths. You can walk yourself up into Vinchamarasana or headstand, whatever works. Practice, see what happens. Maybe some days it's look good, maybe some days it's not so good. Find something to focus on. Take 10 good breaths. Wherever you went to, find your way back into downward dog. Pop the knees on the floor. Walk the fingertips forward. And we'll find our way into our puppy pose. Now, as you can see, I have no spine. So this just happens. And you might want to put the side of the head on the floor if you do have this. Pull the shoulders back. If this isn't something that's comfortable for you, put a block underneath your head, a cushion, wherever you go nearby. And rest here. Breathing across the length and the width of the spine. Three more good breaths. When you're ready, pressing up, sliding the hands back. We'll take our arms out alongside us and we'll find back street boys pose. And we'll just start to go forward and back, strong in the back line and the front line of the body. Finding that extra space, that length there, that strength there. that will keep us supported. Opening up, countering the effects of sitting down all the time. Eventually we find our way up and back, pressing the heart to the ceiling, releasing the head. 3 to 5 good breaths. Hips are strong, TBA is on. Come all the way down. Take the bums to the heels. Roll the shoulders out. Either staying like this or whatever seated position feels better for you. Take one hand into the waist. Take the fingers together, squeeze your yoga accordion. Drop the shoulders. And take that right ear over to the right shoulder. If your right elbow is bent, if your left, leave it all. Explore the space if it feels good by taking a couple of movements. And then switch sides, maybe switch fingers with a weird finger on top. So now you can either come down to lie down in Shavasana, or you can skip it if you gotta go. And if you gotta go, but make sure you take one at some point today. It's the most important part. Everybody else, find your way down. And if there's anything extra you need to do to get to this place, do so. But we'll take the arms out a little wider than the body, feet out a little bit wider. And just start to wind the body down point by point. So we begin by taking a sigh. And go of any extra gripping in the breath, any pranayama work we were doing, we can ease that off now and just become the observer of what the breath does. And relax through the crown of the head, the space between the eyebrows, the throat center, the heart center, the solar plexus, the heart center, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the palms, the fingers. The fingers, the palms, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. The heart center, the solar plexus, the base of the pelvis, the base of the spine. The hip bones, the knees, the ankles, the tips of the toes, and the soles of the feet. The soles of the feet, the tips of the toes, the ankles, the knees, the hip bones, the pelvis, base of spine, solar plexus, heart center, throat center, between the eyebrows, the crown of the head. Let everything drift away, melt into the ground that supports you. Let yourself go. I'll bring you back. Start to bring life to the body in a way that works for you. Wiggling fingers, toes, taking a stretch aside. Bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug. Rolling up onto the one side, connecting yourself, thought, mind and body. Take a moment with one hand on the body, one hand on the ground, just to feel into what holds you up. You are supported and you are lifted. Never abandoned. And you come up to seated with your eyes closed. Check in with how you feel. Give yourself a little thank you that you took this brief amount of time just to take care of yourself. It's how you start a practice. And this is how you continue to practice. Length of time does not give more value to or devalue what you do. The fact that you did it is the most important part. So give yourself some gratitude for doing it. I hope you've made a good feeling you can take away. Namaste, everybody.